Hey everybody, Spencer Jones here with yet another live cooking show brought to you again from the Joneson Kitchen. Where else, really? That's where we do the majority of our shows. I am so excited for today and today's show. We have an amazing recipe, something different, something that we haven't made too often here on our show, and that is protein bars. That's right, snacks, right? So this recipe that we're gonna make, it can be, if you want it to be, it can be vegan, it can be all that good stuff if you like it, but you don't have to. I'll tell you what you can do to make that happen. So if you live a vegan lifestyle, this can work for you. Now, these protein bars that we're gonna make, obviously homemade, because we're making it on the Jones to Get Fit live cooking show, but they are mint chocolaty goodness. Oh, that's right. Oh, and the best part, they're no bake. You don't have to worry about baking these suckers and cooking them and how hot does my oven have to be or my pans. Don't worry about it. You get to take it easy with this no-bake recipe, and it is easy, simple. All you need is a refrigerator or freezer. That's over here. That's why I'm pointing in this general direction. That's why I'm probably confusing otherwise. And a couple ingredients. So, without further ado, let's see what you need to make this mint chocolatey protein bar. Now, I did find this recipe. I can't take credit for it. I did find this recipe on Healthy Maven blog. The link to it is in the show notes, or not show notes, in the description about this video. So if you want to check that out, you're more than welcome to, but that's where I found it. It's not my own. I can't take credit. You will need a food processor. In this case, I have my Ninja. Now, this isn't big enough. If you have a big enough one, it's going to be even easier than doing it this way. I don't, so that's what I'm using. Okay, so you're going to need 1 cup of dates. Now, they could be whole dates, preferably pitted, right? So dried dates, all that good stuff. I have 1 cup of already chopped dates. That's how I bought them. You're going to need 1 cup of nuts. Now, I have half a cup of cashews. They're in the bottom. You can see them right there. Half cup of cashews, half cup of walnuts. And then you're going to need 3/4 cup of vanilla protein powder. You're going to need 1/4 cup of powdered cocoa, and then pure peppermint extract. You're going to want half teaspoon of that. So, all fairly basic ingredients, nothing too crazy, nothing too wild, but totally doable. And you're going to make this. Oh, and you'll need. Now, if you have a big enough food processor, you put it all in there, and I'll show you what order to put it in, so make sure it comes out beautifully. Otherwise, if you don't like me, I'm going to be using a bowl and some spatulas and spoons here to mix it up. You're going to need a 9-inch by 9-inch pan or something similar, right? 8-inch by 8-inch works, a cookie sheet works, just something flat that you can make the bars into. Something square like this helps for the size. And then she says on the blog to use saran wrap, stuff like that. I'm going to use parchment paper. It'll work just the same. It's just to help it not stick and come out of the pan without extra oil. So, first thing you need to do for this no-bake, mint, chocolatey goodness of a protein bar that's gonna be so good, is you want to put your dates in your food processor. And now you want to chop them up until they are about pea-sized. Okay, so pea-sized dates. Now these are already chopped, so it's going to happen pretty quickly, but we're just going to make sure it's plugged in here and make sure it's all set. Maybe it's not going to work today. That would be sad. It would be a sad day, wouldn't it? It would be sad. There we go, now it's working. I'm going to pulse it. Now pulsing it instead of holding it down is going to keep it more, like if you want flour, right? Like almond flour, you put almonds in here and you pulse it. You don't want to hold it down forever, because that's going to get the juices out and the oils out of here. So pulsing, a little longer pulsing. Good. So that is about pea size. Now I'm going to add in the nuts. So now we're adding our cup of nuts in to this tasty goodness. And then we're going to, again, grind them so they're roughly about pea size. Oh, helps if I hold on to this, hang on. Hey, here's struggling more, it's a little more too. Now we do want to create this into more of you know, a chewy, wonderful goodness, because the dates are going to add that sugary and that stickiness that we need for it. So you do want to hold it down. You don't want to always pulse it, but it's great to use that pulse option to start out. Starting to struggle a little bit. I don't know if you can hear it. It's struggling, but it's all right. So it's almost to a powder that we need. It's a little chunky. So if you did not want to use, I'll just hold it down there. If you did not want to use nuts, you wanted a nutless recipe or allergic to nuts or whatever, then I would suggest using unsweetened coconut flakes. Those coconut flakes, keep going. Coconut flakes are going to add a nice body to it and a nice flavor as well, so that you can have it fun. And you can almost make it into like a minty almond joy with the chocolate into it as well. Just another taste you can make. Alright, so I held that down. And now, look at that. So it's pretty soft in there, and it's all ground up, right? Pretty decent sized. So we're going to dump that in here. Get ourselves set. Alright, now all we need to do, get all that out. Now you're going to add in, now if you had a food processor, keep it in here and add these into your food processor if you had a bigger one. I don't have a bigger one, so that's why I'm doing it this way. 3/4 cup of protein powder. Now I'm using vanilla protein powder that I have and that I love using. So that's what I'm using. Now if you want to make this vegan, make sure you get yourself a vegan protein powder, right? So I'm using whey protein. That's just what I have. So that is what I'm using. If you wanted something else, or if you know, whatever you use works great. If you want vegan, make sure you get a vegan one. All right, so then we're adding in our cocoa. Now this is 100% Hershey's cocoa. That's all it is. We'll use a smaller one for this. And we'll start mixing it up a little bit. Just get everything blended in here. All right. So we're mixing, just getting the cocoa all mixed in here. Now, it is still a little bit, not choppy, what word I'm looking for. It's a little bit chunky, I guess would be a word. Let me show you. Let me get I'll show you what happens here, what you can do. So, let me bring it out here. So, like pebbles, right? So you can see that it still has like these chunks in it, right? From the dates and from the nuts in there. And that's okay if you want it to be. I'm going to get mine a little bit thicker. So I already added some of these ingredients, but I just have too much for my food processor. So all I'm going to do is take it and scoop in about half of it. I'm just using a measuring device right now. You don't need to. You can use a spoon if you wish. So get about halfway. There we go. We're going to stick on the lid. This helps keep everything contained. And we're going to grind it a little more. Now this also helps combine all the ingredients a little bit more. And it's not overly full this time. Again, you might not have to worry about this. And it's pretty awesome if you don't. So as we're grinding this up and waiting here, trying to get real fine. I want it to be nice fine grind. Almost like coffee grounds here. Oh yeah, that's looking ton better. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second here. Now, if you, that was what I was talking about. Talking about coffee grounds, that's not what I was going to mention earlier. Check out Cask Coffee. I know a lot of you are anglers, kayak anglers like I am. And Cask Coffee is made and owned by one of our fellow kayak anglers. So help them out. Give them a like. They have different roasted coffee. They have a blueberry light roast, a light roast, dark roast, medium roast, all that good stuff. And it is freaking delicious. I love their coffee. It's pretty much all I drink now as far as coffee goes, just because it is delicious. And you know what? We get to help out an angler, a fellow angler, a fellow friend with his endeavors. Okay, so I'll show you the difference. This is huge, and this is going to make a big difference for you. So this is the stuff that just came out of the food processor now for the second time, right? I had a smaller amount in there. You could see that it's a lot finer. Try and hold the bowl in my other hand. Here, so you can see it's a lot finer. You see little chunks in it, but that's because it was stuck to the bowl compared to this. There's the original, there's this. So what we're going to do is put the rest of this in the food processor and just get it up to the same amount of smoothness, same amount of I don't know, what do you call it? Gloriousness? We'll call it gloriousness, because that works. Trying not to make a mess here. Perfect. It's hard some days. So these protein bars, we will want to refrigerate, and I'll describe what you need to do. But once you take them out, you can put them in your lunchbox. You can take them out with you. Just try to keep them out in direct sunlight. But, you know, you should be fine. Almost take these anywhere you want to go. For a delicious snack, for a post-workout, pre-workout snack, little treat, if you will. So as we're waiting for this, we'll talk about if you are interested in going after your goals and chasing your passions to the max, to the max, check it out, right? Let me help you do that by going after your health, by going after your fitness. You obviously want to eat right, so if you want to feel your best, add working out into it, man, it changes everything. It is so amazing how you can feel after you start working out and eating right? So if you would like help, I have groups on Facebook that are support groups that help you stay accountable, that help you go after your goals. They're friends, they become a family, just because we're all there helping and supporting each other. And so if that interests you, let me know, hit me up. We can find a workout that works for you, for your schedule, for your goals, and we can definitely help you live the life you want and chase the passions that you want. Okay. We ground it all up, it's all good. If you had a food processor, a bigger one, you probably already got to this step and you're golden. Now, one little thing I did forget to mention, and what you need milk. Now, if you're doing vegan or just want to not have dairy in your diet, that's cool too. You can use like almond milk or soy milk, things like that you'd want to have in your diet. Totally cool. You're going to need 2 tablespoons or so. Now, if you're using a whey protein, you're probably going to want a little more. So you're just going to kind of eye it up. I'm going to start with 2, and maybe just a little over 2, and figure it out. We might add a little more. And now you're going to need a ½ teaspoon of peppermint. Now, you can use less of peppermint extract. You can use less, you can use more. Flavor for you. I'm going to start with a ½. And hopefully that's not going to be too much. I don't think it will be. Give it a nice flavor. Ooh, smells good. Alright, so now we're just going to mix this up. And it should create almost like a batter, but a really, really light one. Because you don't want it to be running like a batter, right? You want it to almost be like a dough where you can smush it with your fingers like I'm doing right now. So I'm going to get dirty with this later here. Alright, so we got that in here. Woo, don't leave me. There we go. So, depending on the protein powder you used, you'll need less, right? So 2 tablespoons is a good start, and then see what you need. So I'm going to need to add just a little bit more, and I mean like a ½ of a tablespoon. So we'll just go, there we go, that's enough. And that should be plenty for this. So I'm mixing it up in the bowl. Again, if you have a food processor, or you wanted to put this, if you want to be even easier than that, you could put it in like a KitchenAid mixer or something like that, right? With a dough hook, or with just another kind of mixing device, if you wish. All right, so now I'm going to put it in to our 9" by 9" pan. Just got it in here. Boom. Check out. I know it's hard to see. There we go. Now you can see better. It's just mashed up in here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to push it down and even it out into the pan so that it forms about a nice, almost like a brownie type thing, but you're pushing it down, and you want it to be even thickness throughout. Even thickness. Now, on her blog, I said now a lot here, but on her blog, she says that these things disappear. Even with her pickier eaters, this disappears. I can tell you, I know why. They're freaking delicious. Amazing. Now I'm pushing on the sides because, after a workout, how can you beat some delicious chocolate and peppermint? Tastiness is food like this, and it's gonna be in my belly. Like my song, wrote it just for you. The Jonesin' to Get Fit live cooking show song about, you guessed it, that's right, mint chocolate protein bars. All right, so there we go. That is it, right there. I pushed it down into the pan, right, with parchment paper. You can use saran wrap if you want. Push it down so it's all even in all sides of the pan. And now I'm gonna stick it in the freezer. I'm gonna put it in the freezer for about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and then I'll cut it up into bars and portion them out, put them into bags, and I'm set to rock and roll then at that point, and you're set to go. Take them, enjoy them, eat your tasty and wonderful mint chocolate bars, and let me know what you think. Make them with your family. Tell me, put it in the comments below if you have any questions about this. I'd love to hear what you think about them, what your family thinks about them. Tell me if they really disappear. I'm kind of, I'm skeptical of these blogs telling, oh look, it disappears so quick. Let me know. I'm curious, do they really disappear? I know I love them, but will your family? All right, thanks so much for tuning in, folks. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, and if you're watching this on YouTube, give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And make sure you subscribe. As of this recording, we were at over 100 subscribers and we lost 2, sadly, but that's okay. So we're at 99. We're so close to 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Just head on over, go to YouTube, search Jonesin' to Get Fit and Spencer Jones and food, whatever, right? I should pop up there, and give us a subscribe to our channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And appreciate all your support. Thanks for watching. Have a great week, folks. We'll catch ya on the flip side.